TRA in 2007, 2008. I don't remember the exact date. So who's healthier? Mr. Coat Hanger here, or, my shoulders look like coat hanger and I got no meat and everything. Or Mr. Olympia 7 times. And the answer is, I am actually healthier. The question is actually present tense. Who is healthier? Mr. Schwarzenegger is now, he has some medical issues right now. And for the matter of fact, he has gone for heart bypass already. So what is this picture designed to do? Whatever I'm going to talk to you about later, you're going to think about yourself today and tomorrow. What you were last time is over, is past. A lot of men, especially when I talk to men, they'll tell me how fit they were when they were soldiers, when they were younger and all this. And I tell them, sir, it's over. Let's talk about today and tomorrow. All right. So you think about yourself today and tomorrow when we are talking about 21 kilos eventually. Okay. So let me talk to you about your lifespan. This is B and this is D. You were born and you will drop dead eventually. Is that very intelligent of me to predict your, that's about as intelligent as I can get, okay, your lifespan, all right? Now, in your lifespan, there are several sectors of your life. There is the metabolic syndrome, there is the healthy time, and then you have a metabolic syndrome, and then there's a metabolic disease followed by an organ failure, and finally death. Now, once you cross this red line over here, it's called you fall sick because your organ has failed. This is a metabolic disease, and this black line here, when you cross here, you hit about 140 in blood pressure. You hit about 6 in HbA1c, the diabetic indicator. And that's when the doctor say, hey, you're diabetic, you have high blood pressure, you have high cholesterol, therefore you have to be on a drug. That's a metabolic disease. But before you have a metabolic disease, a metabolic syndrome starts to come in. You already have those diseases, those high blood pressure and all this, but it's not serious enough to warrant a drug. So the doctor says, nope, there's no need for you to. You can go and lose some weight, go and eat healthily. You should be able to prevent a metabolic disease. But more often than not, people will continue to live the way they are and they progress to here. The question here is there a symptom over here when you know that you have? And the first symptom is that expanding waistline. That is the first symptom. And we don't do anything about it, it progresses to metabolic disease and eventually it progresses to organ failure. Now, once you get an organ failure, it is all the way the other side. There's not much we can do about it. Please see a doctor. You get a metabolic disease, please see a doctor, go and get medication, all right? But in the meanwhile, while you're being treated by the doctor, please watch what you put in your mouth, okay? And high chances are we can still manage this along the way with nutrition, all right? So between B and C is a capital letter. C is called choices. How long you last healthily is a choice you make. Okay, it's the choices you make in life. All right. What's between B and D is C, choices. Okay. So this is called your typical lifespan, and this is your health span. The question is how long you want your health span to be. Depends on the choices you make in your life. All right. So the ultimate goal of maintaining a good health span is to preserve your youth. I repeat, preserve your youth. How our body become better. Let me show you how our body feel. This gentleman at the age 26 had hypertension, high blood pressure. He was very happy that there's such thing as a high blood pressure drug. I pop it in 2 hours, the blood pressure drops. He continued as he is. At age 40, he had hypertension and gout. You notice that his high blood pressure never reverses. He gets extra menu. It's called gout or high uric acid. His leg hurts. Age 40, and you notice he has put on quite a bit of weight already. And it was at this point of time, his wife will always ask him, please do not eat anything you want. Be careful with what you put in your mouth because you have hypertension, you have gout. And he tell his wife a very complete sentence. Okay, he tell his wife off. He say, I'll rather eat until I drop dead. It's always much better than dropping dead and have nothing to eat after that. So he says, I'll do 2 things. I'll go by exercise, and if my blood pressure goes up, my gout hurts, I'll just ask the doctor to double the dosage of my drug. That was his philosophy in life. Don't touch my food. Okay. Age 70, his kidney failed, and he was pretty disappointed. I think he had an argument with the doctor, and you know the doctor did not do anything wrong. Actually, the doctor prevented his kidney failure by giving him drugs earlier. All right, drag it a little bit more. but he misunderstood that if I would take drug, I would not be falling sick. He misunderstood that. Right? And at age 76, his intestine failed because, you know, when you have an organ failure, everything is systemic. Things start to fail. One organ at a time start to fail. And the second thing that failed was his arteries begin to collapse. His intestine died, so he had to connect his intestine to his stomach, and he passed motion. He passed his motion through a hole in his stomach. It's called a stoma bag. So he doesn't go toilet anymore. And his drug went from one pill to a few floors of pills, because in Western medication, the doctors don't communicate. The kidney doctor issue his own drugs, the intestinal doctor, the gastrointestinal doctor issue his own drug, the cardiovascular doctor issue his own drugs. So he's got to eat drugs for meals, you know. And I can't reverse him anymore, okay? Now, have you heard of people saying, I'm fat because my whole family is fat? It's genetic. Well, this gentleman happens to be my father, okay? Does it look genetic to you? All his 3 sons, he's got 3 sons, all of us are slim because of him. We are so frightened of him. And the reason why I've been in tummy flattening for 14 years is because of him. He has given the world what he has given me this slide. He said, take this piece of document and show it to the rest of the world how stubborn I was. Right? I can't help him anymore because he's now a patient. His organ has failed, the kidney has failed. He's now a patient of the doctor. I can't help him anymore. But I have, in the last 14 years, helped a lot of people lose weight before anything happen. And when you lose weight, a lot of things will improve, all right? And I'm pretty emotional on this because I felt that I could do a lot of good to people if I can help them lose the weight itself. Even if you have a little belly, get rid of it. Right? Subcutaneous fat is the fat under the skin. You get rid of this, you get 6-pack. Visceral fat is the fat in the organ. It pushes your belly out. Now, this is tough to get rid of without a coach. It's very tough because you accumulate it for many years. Men, you start accumulating this after you go through puberty. Women, you start accumulating this in a bigger form. If you have been eating healthily, you will only start to accumulate this after menopause, all right, when your estrogen drops. So this is something that we need to, so ladies, your estrogen has been keeping you healthier compared to men. And men also has a difficulty, it's called stubbornness at the first degree. They think they're Superman, and that's the reason why husband and wife, the husband always drop first, okay? Stubbornness, and because they don't have enough estrogen, and, you know, everything adds up, right? That includes me, all right? Okay, are you ready to flatten the tummy? Let me go through it. Sorts of slimming weight loss program using this concept. Slimming tea, wrapping, you know, you come to my kitchen, I'll use my cling wrap to wrap you, your water will still come out. Exercise is great. Exercise is highly recommended. But guess what? How many of you can habitually exercise like Arnold Schwarzenegger when in his younger days? All right, it is, we're talking about practicality and application versus theory. Some people take supplements and they go toilet, move their bowel, and they feel lighter. They steam you, they bake you, apple diet, dieting, you know, meal replacement, needles, you know, acupuncture, etc. They cost a lot of money, but they almost never work because they only target at one area, calorie in, calorie out. And all these diets were invented in the last, I don't know, 50 years. We got from paleo to keto to Cambridge to intermittent to cabbage diet to Southbridge diet. I must say this, all these diets do work. Unfortunately, they cannot battle with something called rebound. Okay, some people take this diet, a very small percentage manage to keep it off successfully, but the big majority, okay, have something called a rebound, which is it's like an Iron Man, you know, you get a rebound and you don't seem to be able to keep it off. So all these are no fight for the rebound. All right, they work very well when it comes to selling books. Okay, they work very well when it comes to selling books. But whether it's working for the general public, if they had worked, there will not be a obesity epidemic worldwide. Continue with it, it's up to you, but it's a minimum of 3 months for it to work well. Okay, the product has a very important advantage compared to the rest of any weight. It's not comparable to other weight management product because it's the only one that has gene expression embedded into the products. And the gene expression, it helps you with your healthy fat metabolism, muscle support so that you don't lose your muscle as you're losing weight. Do you know at age 40, you start losing about 1% of your skeletal muscle every year? The process is called sarcopenia, right? Gene expression for a positive mood. And therefore, the impact of aging metabolism gets reversed. That's very important. Huh? So this is part of the weight management program in our TR90 that helps to prevent rebound. Now, on the left is a typical diet program where you cut food and you lose weight. This is what happens. You lose your muscle, you lose your fat, you look fabulously slimmer. But the very moment you start eating again, you go boom, right? Because you don't have enough muscle to consume the quality. What TR90 serves to do is to, as you lose the fat, it retains your muscle so that the muscle can help you with your fat burning so it lasts longer. Not fat burning, your blood sugar consumption so that your fat loss lasts longer and you look actually much healthier and you feel healthier and you feel lighter because you have more muscles, but you do not necessarily weigh lighter because muscles are heavy. Remember that. Work that the system, our systematic way of helping people with using TR90, our 90-day program, and teaching them how to eat well, more. Okay, so this is part of the system. This is Olivia. She's stationed in the US right now. We coach her off from Singapore to US. She's from Myanmar, but she's stationed in the US right now. So she's exposed to US food and she got bigger. So you notice that she lost 7.1 kilograms of weight, but her fat loss is 7.5 kilos. Notice that. It's just incredible, right? It's just 30 days. This is Dr. Solna from Malaysia. She used a system. She's a plastic surgeon, but she did not use plastic surgery on herself. She used TR90. Right? This is what happens when you lose weight. 5.7 kilos, but fat loss is 4. Notice that we're always focusing on the amount of fat loss and the amount of muscle gain that she's gaining. This is Ruth. Ruth is a church worker and a corporate trainer. She lost 14.9 kilos, 10 kilos. She had her kneecap start to hurt when she gained weight, so she had to lose weight. She's now stationed in Perth, Australia. She's my line in Perth, Australia right now. She just migrated over to Australia. This is Zulaiha from Singapore. She came in at 102. She lost 41 kilos eventually and 27 kilos of the fat. Can you see that she looks totally different? This is Walwan. Once you hit 50, you just cannot keep the bulge off. And she has been keeping it off for quite a while, 14 kilos in all. All right. This is Regina. She's a real estate agent. She has not been able to get rid of the belly. I was telling her, I like the quality of your shots, the way it's stretched, and after you lose weight, it bounces back. The quality of the shots are very good. Okay. She got a very nice waist over here. Not just TR90. She used the Body Galvanic Spa also. 7.2 kilos and 5.1. She looks so much better, isn't it? Now then we have Sishen, who is 53. She has not been able to get rid of this for a very long time, and 3 months. This is 3 months of work. Then we have Rain, 37 years old, mother of 2, bottom heavy. She jogs 7 days a week. She couldn't get rid of bottom, and that's what we did. We stick the skin to her muscle. She looks fabulous, isn't it, for a 37-year-old mother of 2. All right, and we have Keith, who is in the aviation industry. He jogs, he runs, and he couldn't get rid of his belly. And that's what we did for him. Look at the merman line. Take note of, he lost 5.3 kilograms in weight, but he lost 6.2 kilograms in fat. Look at his muscle growth and his fat loss. Just tremendous, all right? Even, I would like you to look at his side jaw. Looks like a real man, isn't it? Yeah. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to tell you this, especially guys out there. If you're the head of the household, like me, right, your responsibility is just not to make sure these kids have enough education and grow up well and fed well. Your responsibility as head of household is to make sure that you don't drop before they become independent. And this wife is still very pretty. You drop, somebody else will take your wife. Okay, I guarantee you that. especially when pretty wives, right? So your only option is to take care of your health. And today, Ines is 21, Sean is 24, and this picture was taken in April this year. This was 2005, and this is April this year. And, you know, it's important to be able to eat, run, and play with your family as we get older, all right? So both myself and Glenda are 53-year-olds, and my daughter is 21, my son is 24. That's important. Okay, now these ladies over here have taken the TR90 program, some just simply a year ago, some took many years ago, and I'd like you to take a look at these ladies and in your mind guess their age and how many kids they've got. Okay, you don't have to tell me, but I'm gonna show you right now. Okay, this is Joanne. She's 50 years old with 2 kids. One of them is serving the army right now. This is Executive Brand Director Ningna. She's 57, and she has 3 kids. 2 of them have gone through military service. This one is the most beautiful one. This is my wife. She's 52 with 2 kids. Is my wife here? I think she's here. I just scored some points. Yeah. Okay. And this is Rain, 37 with 2 kids, young kids. This one is Elaine with 37 with 1. This is also Elaine, 52 with 1. And by the way, she used to work for Slimming Center, and now that, and she came to us to help her lose her last piece of the belly sticking out, and she decided to run the business. And over here, this is Xiao Wei. She's 52 with 4 kids. Her oldest child is a medical student right now. I'd like you to take note of their faces, take note of their belly and the way they stand. Do they look young to you? If I put them in the streets, you think they will look slightly younger than the ladies on the streets who are of the same age?